Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Turkish Spotlight Secrets. In today's video, I'll be talking about two familiar names from Turkish television who have recently found themselves at the center of intense speculation: Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel. These two actors are no strangers to the spotlight, but this time, it's not just their on-screen chemistry or upcoming projects that are getting attention. Something far more personal and, perhaps, a little more controversial. As many of you know, Barış and Yağmur have worked together before and have developed a strong professional bond over the years. Their chemistry on screen has always been praised, and audiences have enjoyed watching them bring complex emotional characters to life. However, their most recent collaboration has brought with it a wave of rumors, whispers, and even reports of personal tensions behind the scenes. At the heart of the issue is a reported jealousy crisis involving Barış's wife. According to several sources close to the production, what began as quiet concern slowly turned into a more serious emotional reaction. It all reportedly started when Barış and Yağmur were filming particularly emotional scenes together. While nothing inappropriate has been confirmed, the intensity of their performances and, perhaps their natural closeness was enough to raise questions. Barış's wife, who has always maintained a low public profile, is said to have visited the set during filming. Witnesses say she appeared uncomfortable with how close Barış and Yağmur were, even though it was in the context of acting. Some people have interpreted this as understandable. After all, acting can blur emotional lines. But others claim there was more than just professional chemistry between the two leads, and that Barış's wife had reason to feel uneasy. What followed, according to some insiders, was a tense confrontation not on the set itself, but nearby. There are unconfirmed reports that the two women exchanged sharp words, with Yağmur reportedly trying to explain that everything was strictly professional, and that her relationship with Barış was rooted in mutual respect as actors. However, the emotional tone of the encounter reportedly left both parties upset. While no official statements have been made by any of the involved individuals, speculation has only increased. Social media was quick to pick up the story, and hashtags involving their names trended across platforms for several days. Some fans defended Yağmur, arguing that she was simply doing her job and shouldn't be blamed for being a talented actress with strong presence. Others took the side of Barış's wife, expressing sympathy and saying that emotional boundaries must be respected, especially in a marriage. Meanwhile, the show or film they are working on together continues production. Crew members have noted that both actors have remained extremely professional on set. They arrive on time, complete their scenes, and do not let personal drama affect the quality of their work. Still, many eyes are watching. Reporters and entertainment journalists have begun speculating whether the emotional tension might ultimately affect the project, or whether it might even be a carefully managed publicity stunt. But if you look closer, there's a deeper story, about how difficult it can be to maintain clear emotional boundaries when your job demands vulnerability and connection. Acting, after all, isn't just about reading lines. It requires you to open yourself up, to connect with your scene partner, to make the audience believe in your emotions. And sometimes, those emotions linger beyond the cameras. Barış Baktaş is no stranger to these challenges. Known for his serious approach to acting, he has often spoken in interviews about the emotional toll certain roles can take. He believes in total immersion, in living the role while the camera is rolling. Yağmur Yüksel, too, is known for her commitment. She doesn't just memorize lines, she becomes the character. It's no wonder, then, that their scenes together feel so intense, so believable. Unfortunately, this commitment to realism has sparked concerns in real life. If the reports are true, it appears that the emotional weight of their scenes didn't stay within the script. It seeped into the perception of those around them, creating doubt, discomfort, and even conflict. Still, many people close to the situation believe this will pass. According to a crew member who spoke on condition of anonymity, what happened was an emotional misunderstanding. There was no inappropriate behavior. Everyone is just very invested in what they're doing. This perspective suggests that while the situation may have been uncomfortable, it doesn't mean anything scandalous occurred. And yet, fans remain divided. Some are calling for statements from the actors to clarify the situation. Others are hoping the drama behind the scenes doesn't overshadow what might be an exceptional project. If anything, the public interest in this story speaks to how deeply fans care about these artists, not just their performances, but their personal lives as well. It's also worth noting how often women in the entertainment industry are unfairly targeted. In this case, Yüksel has faced much of the criticism, despite the fact that there is no concrete evidence of wrongdoing. She has remained silent throughout, choosing to focus on her work rather than engage with rumors. This silence, for some, has been interpreted as dignity. For others, it raises more questions. As for Barış, he too has refrained from making any public comment. His team has remained focused on promoting the upcoming project with no reference to the personal controversy swirling around him. Whether this is a media strategy or simply a desire to maintain privacy is unclear. One thing is certain, this story is far from over. With filming still underway and public curiosity at an all-time high, there will no doubt be more developments in the coming weeks. Whether that means clarifications, interviews, or simply more speculation, only time will tell. What remains at the center of it all, however, is a fascinating and very human story. It's not just about celebrity or fame. It's about trust, emotional complexity, and the fine line between professional passion and personal sensitivity. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explored this unfolding situation between Baktaş, Yüksel, and the private emotions now spilling into the public spotlight. If you enjoy behind-the-scenes insights and thoughtful breakdowns of what really goes on beyond the red carpet, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember, in every headline, there's always a human story underneath.